Talking about UNRWA, some of the numbers are shocking when we talk about in terms of the donations. Number one on that list, what was it, $344 million?
Yeah, is the U.S.
Is the U.S. Talk to us about that.
Well, this is something that Joe Biden told the American people, hey, this is a great thing. We're helping Palestinian refugees, and it's all a fraud. And Donald Trump knew it. Donald Trump cut off, when he was in office, cut off funding for this agency because, John Bolton and others inside the White House knew that it was a fraud and that the money was really going to terrorists, not going to help poor people. And so this is a theme we still hear now about the situation. Oh, these are poor people who are being targeted by the Israelis, and the Americans are part of this. That's why AOC and others say we need a ceasefire. And when you look at the underbelly of this, it's disgusting. It's not just that our money is being wasted and being used to help fund terror. It's the people inside this agency. If you listen closely to what Alex is reporting, 10%, it's not 2 or 3 bad apples, 10% of their, I think it's 12,000 employees, have ties to radical Islamic terror. 10%. So what is that, 1,200 people? This is not 4 or 5 bad apples. And John Kirby at the White House podium yesterday was saying, look, we take this seriously, to be fair to him. He said, and we've cut off the funding right now, but they were funding this corrupt agency before. But he said, we're going to let the investigation play out and we may give them money again down the road. What are you talking about? Right. This is our hard-earned taxpayer money, and it's going to corruption and terror.
And what we've seen all across the Middle East is only escalating, of course, in the wake of the October 7th attack. I mean, most recently, the deaths of 3 U.S. service members.
Yeah.
Now the Biden administration, as you know, they're weighing an appropriate response. How much pressure is really mounting behind the scenes? Is Joe Biden up to the task to deal with now Iran and appropriately do so?
Well, based on his comments a couple moments ago that you had coming in, he doesn't look up to the task, literally and figuratively. I think he is under great pressure. But competing pressures. I mean, there are some Republicans like Lindsey Graham who want to see a very aggressive attack on Iran. There are others on the left who want, let's retreat. Let's not do anything. Ceasefire between Israel and Hamas. And so it is a difficult decision to make now, not because of the present moment, but because of what led to all this. It's Joe Biden taking the boot off the throat of Iran and giving them $6 billion in sanctions relief right before October 7th. Again, back to the Trump administration, they had Tehran bankrupt. They did not have this oil money. They did not, because of tough sanctions from the Trump administration, they could not fund these proxy groups, whether it's the Houthi rebels that are causing trouble in the Red Sea, whether it's Hamas that launched the terror attack from the south of Israel, Hezbollah, which can launch rockets from the north of Israel. So you've got this reign of terror, number one, that Joe Biden has helped aid and abet. And back to the UN agency, it's not just that 10% of the workforce is tied to Islamic militants, as I said. There, in this report, that the dossier that the Wall Street Journal is reporting, there are individual members of this UN agency who were like kidnapping Israeli civilians, were involved in terror. These are not just saying, oh, I support this. Yeah. They're directly involved in October 7th. It's despicable.
Yeah, read the report there. Wall Street Journal has details on that as well. We'll continue to focus and report on that as well. Really quickly, Ed, how can viewers see more of you?
Yeah, so come on over to YouTube, Rumble, Samsung TV Plus. At 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. Eastern right now, we're streaming on N2. It's our streaming channel wherever you stream your news. We've got Bianca De La Garza at 4 p.m. We've got John Bachman from noon to 2. So we don't want to compete with you guys. You do a great job, but we think there's room in the marketplace for more Newsmax. How about that?
We love that.
Absolutely.
We love that. The viewers do too.
Yeah.